Hey, it's Jack from Alpha Charts with a stocks to watch video. Today is August 20th, 2023. Before we get started, this video is for informational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security. I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. Thank you all for watching the video. If you haven't done so, please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and click that like button. Helps me out quite a bit, and I do appreciate that. You also find me at Twitter at AlphaCharts365. I post things all the time on Twitter. So appreciate you guys giving me a follow there. If you really like my stuff, I offer a subscriber group. It's $10 a month, super cheap. I mean, it's less than a fast food meal or 2 Starbucks a month. I mean, it's a month, right? And what do I give you for that amount of money? The education service that helps keep you on the right side of the market and the best names possible. So how do I do that? I do that through special stocks to watch video. I do an expanded version of this particular video for subscribers. I do market notes on Sundays and on Thursdays to keep everyone engaged on how I'm looking at the market and what is actually happening in the market. I do a midweek video on Tuesday. Again, that's to keep everybody just what is going on in the market and if trends are changing or trends are changing or just if things are doing well, to push on the gas or maybe to pull back some. It's how I see it basically. Scans every night. Focus list video on Sunday. So not only do I do a special stocks to watch video, I do a focus list video. I do a market note. We talk about what's going on this week. Again, idea generation, tons of idea generation. And what I don't do, I don't tell you to buy or sell. That's your decision alone. But we do have good dialogue, and people ask me to do, chart requests and things of that nature, and I'll tell them what I think about the chart. It's always the member's decision whether they want to buy or sell anything. I look at myself as more like a co-pilot that helps you maximize your profits and minimize your risks on a swing trading time frame. Somebody's working full time. This is I think a great service for you because it frees you up for $10 a month. It saves you hours and hours of time. So that right there is the value proposition, right? If you're interested, at Alpha Charts 365 and click on the subscribe button right there. It's super easy to do through Twitter. And thank you very much, and thank you to all the subscribers. All right, let's get to these charts. We've had a rough couple of weeks in the S&P and pullback. Now we're underneath all the moving averages, but kind of extended to the downside. So we may get some snapback, right? So what is holding up better than the rest of the market? That's our question to answer, right? So first one I have here is Sprouts Farmers Market. By the way, I'm using Deep View as my I use it as a screening software and also as my charting software. So if you're interested, go to deepview.com, and then they'll give you all the information about it there, right? But here's Sprouts Farmers Market, and we can actually just kind of pull this right across. You can see how this was an important area, has a VCP-ish type action coming up here, and beautiful move on Friday above all the moving averages. You see that the comeback right into the moving averages, and it popped. So that looks pretty good. Something we have to keep on our radar. DLO, this is D local. This is one of those things where here it is, and it set to yellow. Fatten it up a little bit. Easy peasy. Right. So there's your VWAP from this. I do like it to retake the VWAP. I think that's where we could potentially get involved with this one. But with a gap up of 30%, this is one that's worth watching, right? What else do we have here? Payo. All right. Payo. Nice little pop here, 11%. Came right back into the moving averages, right? There's your 200, this red line right there. And we're about to get the 23 crossing the 200. And, it's doing everything right? I would have liked maybe a little bit more volume on Friday to kind of prove itself. I think what this needs now is an inside day and then a move higher. And we use that inside day as our initiation to get long this particular name. So I think it may set up this week. It may not set up this week. We'll have to see. That's PAO. UPWK. Upwork is next. Again, a beautiful, and just move that here. Yeah, stop that. There we go. Right. Love this beautiful gap up, 44%. And now it kind of, is got back below the VWAP. Now, what am I looking for? A retake of the VWAP. A retake of this VWAP is, I think, the signal to get long, and you could play it against the low of this day, or if the rising 23 day comes up, that's fine too. Love that this is going to cross over the 200 day pretty soon. So overall, everything is looking good here. Again, a retake of this and that crossover here. And I think we can get long with this, the stop maybe below this low here, or if the 23 is above that area, I use the 23. Okay. So that one looks real good. Coursera, COUR, has a cup and handle-ish look to it, right? That's as pretty as they get for cup and handle. Look at this volume coming in here. And now it's kind of, fairly tight range, nothing crazy in here. So make out the handle. Yeah, overall, everything is looking fine. Everything looks good. If this, breaks this downtrend line right here, then the handle, that's an early entry, small size. And if it breaks out of the traditional cut base, you could then add to it, right? Real simple, beautiful chart right there. Coursera, Celsius. This one should be on everyone's radar. I'm sure we've all been watching it. Had this earnings gap 20% right there. Lost it. Now it's closing basically right at VWAP, right? Close, pretty darn close, within $1 or so. So let's see what happens here, right? So above VWAP, I think we could be long there. If it starts to lose VWAP, that could be a problem. Let's just see where. To the 23 days, about 8%, right? So it's still a little bit extended from the 23 day. Again, just may need a little bit more time. Would have liked more volume on Friday. That's, is it a deal breaker? No, but would have liked a little bit more volume on Friday. VRT. Here's Vertiv Holdings. There's your VWAP. Again, lost VWAP. A retake of the VWAP is what I'm looking for. At that point, it would be, 8-9% to the 23 day. Again, I would probably use the low of this day as my stop to start with until the 23 day was above that area, right? Then I switch to the 23 day. Easy peasy. But why complicate things, right? Let's keep things simple. Don't complicate things. EQT. So oil and gas names have been doing very well. What's EQT? I forgot the name of this thing. It's EQT, oil and gas producers, right? Beautiful trend. You can see the 50 day, which is this blue line right here. That is, as long as you're set above the 50 day, it's trending higher highs and higher lows. That's what it's doing here. Lots of accumulation showing up in the chart here. And you can kind of see, where do we get long? I think you can play this kind of tightish area right in here and a breakout of this area above, really above 43.75, we'll call it. Easy, right? Above 43.75, you could be along this name. And again, you do it against, I think, the 50 day. So you may want to do a slightly smaller size, but I love how nobody looks like they want to sell this name. That looks really good to me. That's EQT. Another oil and gas name is Hess. I mean, just really strong look to it right here. Has a double bottom-ish feel to it. Again, it's just a big base. You call it whatever you want to. I don't really care. But what I do like is look on this side of the base, right? I don't really care what's going on here. Like, this is expected to be nasty and ugly looking. I'm looking on this side of the base. And this, I'm showing lots of accumulation and very little selling right there. So, you want an early entry, downtrend line, something like that. And then you want more traditional entry, you can add to it there. Easy, simple, right? Again, you can make it a little bit bigger if you want to see it just a little bit clearer, right? Look how easy this is to me, this is very binary trading. That's it. STNG. Some of these shippings and shippers are starting to really look good. but flat 200-day, price above it, 50 days starting to move higher as well, lots of accumulation, doing everything right as is. I mean, up from $40 to $50. That's a nice 25% move. Consolidation looks like it's starting another move higher. So can we expect 25%? Maybe, but I wouldn't be surprised if it gets up to, this $60-ish area, right? That's where, 61, 62, something like that. I think it's possible. So, again, if it falls back below this area, then you're out. Super easy name to play. Love it. It's a great looking name, Scorpio Tankers. All right, and then the last one I have on my list today is INSW. This is International Seaways, another shipper, and this one went from 35 to 46. So another nice move, about 30% or so, and you can see how it's just kind of coming back around. 415,000 shares, so it's not a tiny name. It's not the most liquid name, but it's not tiny. And it again, you see a ton of accumulation happening, right? Ton of accumulation. So let's see, Scorpio Tankers. Let's see how many shares it sells. Yeah, so that's closer to 1 million shares. More liquid name. So I would err if I want to buy one or the other. I'm gonna err in this one just because of the liquidity. But overall, they both look good. The shippers look good. Period. All right, so there you go. Stocks to watch. A lot of great ideas. Some are ready. Some need a little bit more time. You pick the ones that you like. Again, if you're interested, check out my super follow group, or what I call subscriber group. It's $10 a month, super cheap. I give you a ton of value and information for such a small price. And that's per month, right? It's not like per day or per week. This is per month, right? So it's a great value. Anyway, thank you all for being for watching this video. And at Alpha Charts 365 on Twitter. Have a great day.